Azure water crashes against the shore, the white sand a stark contrast against the lush green hills rising in the distance. This is Trinidad, a place where the senses are constantly engaged, where the air is thick with the scent of spices and the sound of soca music drifts on the breeze. Welcome to the vibrant and beautiful Trinidad. Join us as we explore the top 5 must-visit places in this Caribbean gem. We'll dive into the heart of this island nation, exploring its history, culture, and of course its food. So loosen your belt, grab a Carib beer, and get ready to experience the soul of Trinidad. Tucked away on the north coast, nestled between lush rainforest-covered mountains, lies Maracas Bay. This ain't just another beach, it's a postcard brought to life. Palm trees sway in the warm breeze, their fronds casting playful shadows on the sand. Out on the impossibly blue water, fishing boats bob gently, their nets full of the day's catch. Maracas Bay is a melting pot of locals and tourists, drawn by the promise of sun, sand, and the legendary bacon shark. Imagine this: lightly fried, flaky flatbread, a generous hunk of tender shark, slathered with your choice of sauces. Tamarind, garlic, pepper, you name it. It's messy, it's delicious, and it's an absolute must-try. But Maracas Bay is more than just a pretty face and a killer sandwich. It's a place to reconnect with yourself, to lose track of time, to soak up the rhythm of island life. Watch the kids building sandcastles, listen to the old men sharing stories, let the sun warm your skin and the worries fade away. Take a dip in the crystal clear water, the kind of blue that seems unreal. This is paradise, my friends, and it doesn't get much better than this. Now, let's trade the beach for the city as we head to Port of Spain, Trinidad's beating heart. Here, amidst the urban hustle, stands a testament to a bygone era, the Magnificent Seven. No, we're not talking about cowboys and saloons. We're talking about a row of exquisite, century-old mansions, each more grand and imposing than the last. These architectural masterpieces, built during Trinidad's oil boom, stand as proud reminders of the island's rich and complex history. We start with Queen's Royal College, an imposing castle-like structure that wouldn't look out of place in a Harry Potter film. Built in the Scottish baronial style, it's a reminder of Trinidad's colonial past. But look closer, and you'll see the subtle influences of Caribbean architecture, a blending of cultures that defines this nation. Next door, Stolmeyer's Castle, with its turreted towers and sprawling verandas, whispers tales of lavish parties and a time when Trinidad's elite ruled the roost. Each house has a story to tell, from the whimsical gingerbread trim of Whitehall to the stately elegance of Mille Fleurs. Today, these grand old dames have taken on new life. Some house government offices, others are private residences, and one even serves as the German ambassador's residence. The Magnificent Seven are more than just buildings. They're storybooks frozen in time, each facade whispering tales of a bygone era. Take the time to wander among these architectural giants. Let your imagination run wild and feel the echoes of history beneath your feet. High above the city, perched atop a hill overlooking the sprawl of Port of Spain, sits Fort George. Now, I've seen my fair share of forts in my travels, but this one has a different feel. It's not just about military might, it's about the stories etched into its walls, the echoes of empires past. Built in 1804 by the British, Fort George has seen it all. Colonial struggles, rebellions, the ebb and flow of power. Standing here, you can practically feel the weight of history pressing down on you. The wind whispers through the cannons, silent sentinels guarding a past long gone. But the view, man, the view. From up here, the city unfolds before you like a crumpled map. You can see the bustling harbor, the ships coming and going, a constant reminder of Trinidad's strategic importance. You can see the sprawl of houses, the green hills rising in the distance, a panoramic vista that takes your breath away. It's a view that's both beautiful and haunting. Because as you stand here, you can't help but think about all the people who stood in this very spot, looking out at the same view, contemplating the fate of nations. Soldiers, slaves, revolutionaries, dreamers, they all left their mark on this place, their stories woven into the fabric of the fort. Today, Fort George is a peaceful place. Locals come here to escape the city bustle, to enjoy the fresh air and the stunning views. Couples stroll hand in hand, their laughter echoing through the old barracks. Kids chase each other through the canyons, oblivious to the weight of history around them. All right, let's be honest, all this exploring works up an appetite. And when you're in Trinidad, there's only one way to satisfy those hunger pangs: Indian food. But we're not talking about your average takeout here. We're talking about a culinary symphony, a riot of flavors and aromas that will transport you straight to the Indian subcontinent without ever leaving the Caribbean. Now, you have a choice to make. Will it be Apsara, with its elegant ambiance and refined take on classic dishes? Or perhaps D Bocas, a local favorite known for its fiery curries and laid-back atmosphere? The choice is yours, but trust me, you can't go wrong with either. Step inside and you're immediately enveloped in a cloud of intoxicating aromas. The scent of turmeric, cumin, coriander, and garam masala hangs heavy in the air, a heady perfume that awakens the senses. The sizzle of spices hitting the hot oil, the rhythmic clatter of pots and pans, the murmur of conversation. It's a full-on sensory experience. Take a seat, grab a menu, and prepare to be overwhelmed by the sheer variety of dishes on offer. From creamy butter chicken to fiery vindaloo, from fluffy naan bread to fragrant biryani, the options are endless. And don't even get me started on the doubles. These fried flatbreads filled with curried chickpeas and topped with tangy chutneys are a Trinidadian staple and a must-try for any foodie worth their salt. But the real stars of the show here are the curries. Each one is a masterpiece of flavor, a carefully balanced blend of spices, herbs, and fresh ingredients that will tantalize your taste buds. Whether you like it mild or fiery, there's a curry here with your name on it. We've explored beaches, cities, and forts, but now it's time to venture into the heart of Trinidad's wild side. Tucked away in the lush rainforest-covered northern range lies the Asa Wright Nature Center, a sanctuary for nature lovers and a testament to the island's incredible biodiversity. As you leave the hustle and bustle of the city behind and wind your way up the mountain roads, the air changes. It becomes cooler, fresher, filled with the sounds of birdsong and the scent of damp earth. You're entering another world, a world where nature reigns supreme. The Asa Wright Nature Center is a former cocoa, coffee, and citrus plantation that has been transformed into a haven for over 150 species of birds, as well as a dazzling array of other wildlife. This is a place where you can truly connect with nature, where you can witness the raw beauty of the rainforest firsthand. Lace up your hiking boots and hit the trails, following winding paths through dense foliage, past cascading waterfalls and across rushing streams. Keep your eyes peeled for hummingbirds flitting through the trees, their iridescent feathers catching the sunlight. Listen for the calls of the bellbird, Trinidad's national bird, its melodic song echoing through the rainforest. If you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of a troop of red howler monkeys swinging through the trees, their guttural roars sending shivers down your spine. Or perhaps you'll spot a family of agoutis, large rodents that scurry across the forest floor, their noses twitching as they search for food. But the real magic of Asa Wright lies in its tranquility. Find a quiet spot on the veranda of the main house, overlooking the canopy, and simply breathe. Listen to the symphony of the rainforest, the chirping of insects, the rustling of leaves, the distant calls of birds. So there you have it, folks. 5 slices of Trinidadian life, from the sun-drenched beaches to the heart of the rainforest. We've tasted the flavors, felt the rhythms, and scratched beneath the surface of this Caribbean gem. Thanks for joining us on this Trinidadian adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and visit these amazing spots on your next trip to Trinidad. But most importantly, remember that travel is about more than just checking places off a list. It's about opening yourself up to new experiences, to new cultures, to new ways of seeing the world. It's about getting a little lost, getting a little uncomfortable, and coming out the other side with a newfound appreciation for the beauty and diversity of this crazy, messy, wonderful world we live in. Safe travels, everyone.